Palmer's is a company that, one, has been here a very long time. We've got 54 pubs in Dorset, Somerset, Devon, so we're known for our pubs. The company was formed in 1794 by the Gundry family. The Palmer's family bought the company in 1896, and it's still run by John and Cleves Palmer. John's our chairman and managing director, and Cleves our sales and marketing director. I like small family companies and I love West Dorset. You know, I grew up in this area. I realised after living in a city and living in Kent for a year and commuting 10 miles along the A2 that there was better things to do in life than sit in a car. So I moved to this area and made a very good decision 20 years ago. I live in a village called Burton Bradstock, and I've been a parish councillor in Burton Bradstock for the last 14 years. I'm very passionate about the village I grew up in, the village school that I went to, and making sure that we do keep those things sustainable and people coming in don't try and change the village they moved to. I'm also a round tabler. I do a lot of charity work for the Bridport Round Table, which does include running a beer festival in the town along with the food festival. I try and get involved as much as I can. I joined the brewery 20 years ago as a very young, naive biology graduate. I decided that if it paid me enough money and they trained me, I would stay, and 20 years later I'm head brewer. I'm practically, during the day, looking at all of the parameters during the brewing process. They may be temperature, they may be timings, they may be volumes, making sure we're hitting the specifications so we're consistent from brew to brew. We need to have the same starting point for fermentation. We need to make sure the fermentations are running consistently and the beer is of the right strength and quality at the end of the 7-day fermentation. Those things you just cannot get wrong. If you're the customer in the pub, you want to have a beer you enjoy and you're happy to drink in a pub. So the biggest pressure is making sure we're consistent and it's good all the time. We've just taken a sample off the boil. What we have to do through the process is make sure we've got the right wort density or the right gravity. So we tip the wort into a cooler and we cool the sample down to a known temperature, and then we put a psychrometer in and we just measure the density of that solution. We do these checks all the way through the brewing process. The essentials of the process are buying good raw materials, having a good source of water, good procedures, making sure that we do things consistently and well. All ends up in finally producing good beer. So this is what it's all about. It's all about producing good quality beer, both in a glass, in a pint in a glass in a pub, and in bottle. We tend to sell our beer through our own wine store. We sell to farmers markets, specialist little beer shops. A couple of beers we produce under our own label for Mark Hicks, who's a celebrity chef, so you can find our beers in some nice posh restaurants in London. We've got sales teams that can sell that beer to our own 54 pubs or to other people's free trade accounts, but it's all driven by quality. If you get into the FE, can you make sure that somebody signs you in? But if you can stay, Chris, if the CO2 is high. Okay, because I don't...
Well, Chris has gone back and forth this afternoon.
Yeah. The workforce is quite a diverse area. There's a lot of local people that live in the town and know Palmer's, and we've got a couple of people that their fathers worked at the company and then they joined the company because their father worked here. We tend to attract people from a wider range nowadays. You know, there's a workforce in Bridport, but there's people know we're a good employer and want to come and join Palmer's team. The brewery established here in 1794 primarily for the reason we're next to the River Brit and River Asker, and that would have been a source of power for driving the water wheel for milling and pumping in the brewery. The water was also used in those days for cooling processes. Along with that, the source of water for the natural rising spring, those were the two reasons why Palmer's Brewery is based where it is here in Bridport. Palmer's being in Dorset, we're very passionate about that we are a Dorset brewer. We have one of our beers called Dorset Gold, which is proved to be in 2012 a fantastic name for a beer which we named many years ago. The Olympics coming to Dorset, and Dorset Gold is a very strong link to some people. It happens to be our fastest growing brand at the moment, Dorset Gold, and golden beers tend to be very trendy, and we're very fortunate with the name Dorset Gold. I think we've just got to be very good at what we do. There's a lot of breweries now competing for the same business in the free trade, but we've got a lot of tradition. We produce a good quality product, and we have exceptional service. You know, we're all about people. The people that work for our company, the people we supply, the people that run our pubs. We're very aware of how important people are to us, and we just have to make sure we do things well and look after those people.